Father's hand can put the human heart, the first element of good or bad, which will be very meaningful and influential in the next life. It is from women those human first receive their education. So, how can a woman educate her child if she has never been given an education? Well, good morning, the judges. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marsya Aurelya. And so, what do you think about a woman and education? Is that really important? Is it really that necessary? The answer is yes, of course. We can see that in this modern era. Everyone gets their chance to getting an education, right? Man, woman, everyone. We can read our books. We can get a lesson in our school. Then I'm as a girl, and I'm going to be a woman in time. And I believe that if I can take my study in university, it is not an impossible thing to happen right now. Because we are in this era. And you know what? There is a heroine behind all this equality in education. Well guys, today I would like to tell you a story about Raden Ajeng Kartini. Have you ever heard the story? Let's get into it. Once upon a time, born a beautiful baby from Javanese family. Her name was Kartini. She was born into a family with a strong intellectual tradition. Kartini's family allowed her to attend school until she was 12 years old. She had learned about everything, including Dutch. No wonder, she had friends from Dutch. They were Stella, Peter, Henry, Rosa, Mary, and Hilda. One day, there was something bothering Kartini's mind. Why only can go to school like this? What about the other children in my village? Do they have no chance to this? Said Kartini, thinking about an obstruction on her tradition all this time. This one, confusing, had not got the answer yet. But suddenly, Kartini's father called her and said, "Kartini, you're 12 years old now. Based on our tradition, it's time to do schedule at home. This is a common practice for young fellow Javanese nobles like you. To prepare you until getting married, don't leave this house, no matter what." This meant Kartini couldn't say anything. Her mouth couldn't get a word out. She wanted to be angry. She wanted to argue with his father. But she still talked about her mother's feeling, and tradition had been done for so long. During her schedule, she always made a letter to her friends, make some notes, articles, poems, and etc. So that people out there could read what she wanted. In 1911, all of those letters were collected into a book with a title, Habis Gelap Terbitlah Terang. Once morning, Kartini's father came and said again about marriage. "Kartini, I will marry you to Diningrat, the Regency Chief of Rembang. Prepare everything. Trust me. You will be happy, Kartini." She was shocked at the time. How come Kartini will marry with a man that she didn't know him before? Kartini couldn't imagine how she had to get married in her 24th. Serve her husband, take care of the kitchen thing, children, and so on. After many times, she thought about this. Then she approached his father and said, "Father, yes, I will be his wife. I will. But after we getting married, I don't want to follow the tradition. I don't want to always do the kitchen thing. I want to keep studying, teaching the village kids, share my knowledge to anyone." "No way! That's impossible, Kartini. Don't break our tradition," said father. I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. They can say all songs crazy. I know it, father. They can say I've lost my mind. But father, we can live in the world that we desire. Kartini. In short, her father, enjoyed Leningrad, understood Kartini's aspiration and allowed her to establish a women's school on the eastern porch of Rommel Regency of his complex. They got married on 12 November 1903. Even there was no smile on her face while they did their procession. But all this for a quality education of people there, so that everyone could get their chance to study and get an education. Month passed. On September 13, 1904, finally, Kartini had a baby. They were so happy at that time. But then, Kartini's condition was getting worse. Mas, Ibu, Papa, I'm sorry for all of my mistake. My people, even if I'm unlucky to get the end of the root, and even if it breaks in the middle of the root, I will die happily. Because the door has opened it and I'm there to help build the bridge that leads to Bumiputra. On 17 September 1904, Kartini died at the age of 25. She was buried at Bulu village, Rembang. And for always remember Kartini's struggle, in 1964, President Sukarno declared R.A. Kartini's birthday at 21st April as Kartini Day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the ending of the story. From Raden and Kartini, we can learn we must have a dream for our purpose of life. Be brave, strong, and don't give up. Actually in reaching our goals no matter what. That's all for me. Thank you for your kindly attention. See you next time and bye-bye.